Trying to wait for some people to pop up in here. Going to talk about that Motion RC update. And it's hot out here today. It's warm. Hey, what we got here in the stream? What's going on, bro? And shoot, he jumped in, jumped out. Thought that was my dog outside. Anyway, we got this live stream going on because I want to talk about the case I got. What's up, EQ? I want to talk about the Motion RC case with the Blackhorse Viper, which is sitting over there. So, yeah, man, it's cooking out here. I don't know what y'all temperatures are like where you're at, but over here it's cooking. But I'm not gonna hold the video long. I'm just gonna talk about how the whole thing went down between me and Motion and what they decided to do, what they decided they weren't gonna do, or whatnot. Which, I mean, this isn't, I'm not on here to bash Motion. I'm not on here to talk trash about them. I got the sun right in my camera. Yeah, I'm not on here to talk trash about Motion or anything. I like Motion RC. I buy a lot of my stuff I get from Motion RC. Haven't been getting much of anything from Horizon lately. But please react to the banger race. What in the world? I have no idea what that is. Anyway, so I bought that Blackhorse from Motion, and they turned around and they said they wanted to work a deal with me, try to fix the problem that I had with the product I bought from them, and get it all squared away or whatnot. So I bought this plane from them, and I don't know if anybody knows, but this plane here is an $1,100 airplane. Comes with nothing in it, but when I bought it from them and it came in, I don't know if you can see that, but it was damaged during shipping. So with it getting damaged through shipping, I'm like, okay, look, I paid $1,100 for this thing. I don't want it less than perfect. So I get in touch with them. They reach back out to me, and first thing they did was they said, hey, send us some pictures of it. So I send them some pictures, and they then turned around and said, they'll shoot me $50 if I can do a repair on it. I was like, $50? I'm thinking to myself, $50? Like, that's a $370 fuselage, and they want me to send them $50. They want me to take $50 on a $370 fuselage. So I'll try to make the story short. I reached back out to them. I told them, I said, no, I can't do that. It's like, I don't know anything about Bossa repairs. And I was like, on top of that, $50, that's really low. Like, you're lowballing me. Like, I paid your company $1,100, and you want to offer me $50 on a $370 fuselage. That's kind of a slap in the face, So talk with their representative some more, and we emailing back and forth. And he says, okay, you know what? We can send you another fuselage, but you're gonna have to send us the broken one back. I said, fine, I can do that. I can send you the broken one back. That's no problem. I'll give you the broken fuselage, send that back to you, and we call it a day. You give me another one. Then they turned around, and the next day, that was the end of one day, they turned around the next day and they hit me up and they said, hey, can we offer you $100? Um, this is Motion RC I'm talking about, Wayne. They said, can we offer you $100 and store credit, $100 store credit if you fix the fuselage? And I said, well, $100 is kind of short, I told them, I gotta get this thing fixed. Like, who am I gonna pay to fix this? So they said, well, we'll give you $100 to fix it. And I said, nah. I hit them back and I was like, make it $200 store credit and I'll get it fixed. He hits me back and he was like, yeah, I could do $150 store credit. We split the difference. And all of this is not exact quote to what they said, and it's not even exact quote to what I said, because I can't read the email right now and talk to you at the same time. I know that's what I wanted to do, EQ. I wanted to send it back, but obviously they didn't want to give me a fuselage, because when I went and looked on their website, they only had 2 fuselages left. So obviously they wanted to make money off of those. I get it. It's business. I get it. That's business all day long. So I'm not going to knock them for that. They got 2 fuselages left. They have to give away one. They're losing money. So they got insurances for that, I'm pretty sure. But that'll make or break a company. Yeah, $300 fuselage they could have given me. I mean, I already paid them $1,100 for the plane, so I mean, I'm pretty sure they could afford to fork up the fuselage. But like I said, they only had 2 in stock. So he hits me up again. I need you to send me more pictures of the breakage. And so basically the way this thing was broken is that the way it's hit is that in order for me to show them the stress cracks from the inside, I would literally have to press on it so that the camera will be able to pick up the stress cracks. And I hit them back and I told them, no, I'm not doing that. I said, I'm not going to push on it and make more damage to it for you to only turn around and say, hey, we'll just give you this amount of store credit for the fuselage, but you got to fix it. Well, now I just did more damage to it, and now you want me to fix it. So I told them point blank, I said, no, I'm not doing that. I said, look, I'll just give me the $150 store credit, and we'll settle up on that. I even offered to them to just send me the ESC that I was going to buy from them, because I actually had plans to buy a lot of my stuff from them. I was going to buy the ESC from them, buy the BEC from them, which if any of you guys don't know what that is, that's basically just a power system. I was going to buy the power system from Motion RC. I still bought the power system from Motion RC. So yeah, tell them a new fuselage, I'll send it all back for my money. Yeah, and I was kind of on that too. Like, man, I should just pack the whole plane up and just send it back and get my money back. But I've been wanting this bird for so long, man. So it's like, and I finally got it, and it was given to me as a gift too. On top of that, I mean. So, there's a wifey came out of the pocket with it. But if she come out of the pocket with some money, it's almost like I'm coming out of the pocket with some money, because apparently I'm going to have to do something in return, right? So, that wasn't a free $1,100. It's a give and receive type thing, So I ended up getting the $150. Long story short, I ended up taking the $150 store credit, turned around and used it to get the ESC and the BEC, and a programming card for it, because I'm gonna have to lower the timing, because I don't want to burn up a a EDF. But yeah, man, it was kind of jacked up. But I'll give you guys a quick rundown though on some other stuff. I went ahead and started working with it. Let's see if I get this flipped around. So I went ahead and started working with it, and that's, like I said, that's the breakage point right there. You can kind of see the little indentation right there. That's where it got hit on during shipping. So I went ahead and started working with it. I already got it wired up. I already got all my control surfaces, the hinges glued in. So, because you actually literally got to put all of these control surfaces the onto the tail wings. So, horizontal stab, you got to put the control surface on it. Vertical stab, you got to put the control surface on it. The wings, you got to put the control surfaces on them. So it's like nothing comes put together. And I actually wired it up. Let me see if I can get it. I wired up the fuselage because I got my servos coming. Let's see if I can get it open here. I still haven't put the pallet in or put the cover on, but got the retracts in place. I should have had a light with me. Got the retracts in place. Oh, I do have a light. Got the retracts in place. Got it all wired up. I'll try to show you how I got it up in there. So I got the rudder, the everything just kind of wired up. Got to put my thrust tube in, and I mean, yeah, this thing's pretty well built inside. It's pretty well built inside, but nice and sturdy. But and it's light as crap too. Like it's super light. The B-17 is not a simple build, but like I said, I'm buying hardware. Yeah, I haven't had a B-17. I would like to have a B-17 EQ. If you're happy with that, but these planes are expensive. We should. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Wayne. They are expensive, and if I pay, I'm gonna put this back on. If I pay for the product to come the way I see it in the photo, I'm trying to line this up to put it back on there, guys. Let me say, if I pay for the way I see the product in the photo, I expect to get it the way I see the product in the photo. Whoa, almost fell over. The way I see the product in the photo. I got my step ladder right here, so I'm about to put my F-22 back up. But yeah, that's what I expect. I expect what I see when I go on your website. Yeah, I was able to get my hand in there and do the repair. What I actually ended up doing was using some balsa wood along with some glue to fix it from the inside, and it's nice and sturdy now. So like it's nice and sturdy now. Like I'm pushing on it and it doesn't sink at all. So I just need to take a iron and run across that so that can smoothen back out, because that's just the wrinkles from the coat. That's all that is. That's all you're seeing now is just the wrinkles from the coat. But yeah, Victor's the Blackhorse Viper 120 millimeter EDF, 1.8. I think it's 1.8 wingspan, 1.9 meters fuselage, something like that. So yeah, there's no way that company does that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. They have the backing to replace this stuff, and they just didn't want to do it. They just didn't want to do it. And like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and try to bash Motion because, like I said, I like their products. I like the products they sell. They don't actually make the products, but I like the products they sell. I like the free wing planes. I like the. This is my first Blackhorse, but for a lot of the stuff I buy from them is free wing, so I like a lot of the stuff that I get from them that's free wing. Um, so I mean, the only other thing I got other than that is basically FMS and Aerofoam, which my only FMS plane is kind of down right now. I don't know if you guys saw the short, but there goes the SU-27. Yeah, it took a bit of a hard hit. I came out of a flat spin wrong, and that's what you end up with. So, yeah, guys, my storage room is a little jacked up, so I just got to kind of try to get this thing squared away and I want to eventually get me a trailer and put all these birds in. What's up, Wild Bill? Yeah, the Freewing F-16 is nice. Yeah, I can't wait to get this Blackhorse up, to be honest. I'm putting a Jet Fan, what is it? A Jet Fan 110 in it. So I'm going to use a Jet Fan 110 on 12S with a, what is it called? ZTW 160 amp. What is it? I think it's 6 to 14S ESC. So I'm going to run it on 12S, of course. I'm not going to run it on 14. I'm going to run it on 12S. And yeah, we're going to see how she do. But you can see matter of fact, that's the tail of the Blackhorse. That's the tail of the L39. It's just a smidge longer. Actually, it is longer. The angle it's sitting at more angle than the than the L39 is. So it is a lot longer. Yeah, house looks like that just down in one room. You got them everywhere, huh, EQ? Yeah, and I got this thing back up and going. I wanted to fly it yesterday, but with the wind we had yesterday that me and Bobby went out, I was not messing with that. So you guys know, y'all saw what Bobby had to put the fire out. That's what it looked like inside when it burned. I can't get that black stuff up off of there. It's like completely melted to the foam. So I just left it alone. I'm actually gonna do like a covering over it, and that way I can be sure it's not gonna pop up on me. But I went and put a Hobby Wing ESC in here, Hobby Wing 160. So yeah, I don't have to worry about too much of that anymore with it catching on fire. It had the, what's that thing called? This thing. This is what it had in it. This is actually one that didn't catch on fire. This one just quit, but it had the V-Good ESC in there, and it caught on fire, and it's literally burnt to a crisp. So I decided to go with the Hobby Wing. Bobby actually had one, so I put it together, and of course I had to extend the leads. So had to do that to get it to work because it had a really short lead, and I didn't want to use another EC3 connector in between there because I didn't want that to melt. So I had that trouble with my F22, and I melted the EC3 connector to the ESC, and so yeah, that's how that went. That turned out to be bad. But yeah, then I got the F14 up there that went into the trees. It's slowly but for surely coming back together. I'm doing another paint scheme on it. Got a couple of foam spots I'm gonna need to fix on there. Zoom in on that for you. Like you can see the intake duct So yeah, I gotta fix that, and need to put new servos in the wing suite. But the wings are fine. Actually, the wings are sitting right there. I need to put new servos in the wing suite, and it'll be good to go. That'll be back up and flying. Uh, the F-15, I'm retiring that thing. God, I'm trying to. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the F-15, I'm just retiring that. I don't want it to get tore up. I already messed up one of the tips on the tail, so I don't want that to get tore up. So, and then I was given that, so I'm gonna eventually fix that. It's got all the electronics in it, so I'm gonna fix that. The FMS F-16, I'm gonna fix that sucker and fly it. Why not, right? I mean, if it can fly, it can fly. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update because I know I promised everybody an update on what Motion was doing, and I wanted to keep my word, and I wanted to. I mean, I'm gonna tell you straight what they did, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say they made me kick rocks because they could have. They could have just said, you know what, kick rocks, dude. Whatever. We don't care. You paid us $1,100. We don't care. That ain't our problem. When it left the building, it was perfectly fine. You know, so they could have put me in a bad spot, but they didn't. So, $150. It's about 40% of what the fuselage costs. Because the fuselage is $374, I believe it was, and so I mean, oh, get out of the way, mosquito. So, with that being said, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. They basically bought the ESC for me. They gave me half my money on the fuselage, or 40% of my money on the fuselage. Bought me an ESC with it. I ended up having to put some boot on that because the ESC was 189. So I ended up having to put some boot on that, and then went ahead while I was at it, so I could keep the free shipping. Went ahead and got the programming card and the 18 amp UBEC to go with it because I don't want to fly this thing on the ESC's BEC, because if the ESC decides to quit, I still want to be able to fly this thing to the ground. So I'm gonna do a separate power system for that and run it on its own battery pack on a 3S pack, so I can make sure that I got that, control of it if something that should go wrong. But guys, that's about does it. I'm gonna get out of this heat and get back in the AC. I came out here to kind of show you guys what was going on. And as I get my servos in, which I should be getting those in really soon, I'm gonna just I've been kind of going through what I've been doing, and I'm just kind of post that up, a video of me building this thing. I don't have all of it on camera, but I do have, quite a few of it on camera. The biggest thing I want to make sure is putting the servos in and the putting the control surfaces into the wings, so that you have aileron and all that good stuff. Yeah, Wild Bill, no problem, man. Nice F-15, thanks for sharing. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate that, EQ. Yeah. Like I said, man, it just kind of sucks, though. I mean, you buy something, you expect it to be perfect. What's up, Victor? Let me just move that out of the way. What's going on, Victor? How you doing? Hey, thanks, Jacob. But yeah, they did something. They took care of me. Victor, real quick, I'll just recap you. Motion RC basically ended a deal with me on the Blackhorse Viper. They ended a deal on me with the Blackhorse Viper that I have here. Came to me with damage, and they said they gave me $150 store credit. That's what we ended at. They gave me $150 store credit, and I fixed the fuselage. At first, they were going to give me a fuselage, and I even announced that on RC Plane Reviewers live stream, because I was, Bobby was wanting to know about it too, him and Jeff. And so I was letting them know. They said they was going to give me a fuselage, and they hit me back the next day and said, we'll give you $100. I said, no. I said, you give me $200. And he's like, oh, no, we'll give you $150, split the difference. And then they asked me to take more pictures and do this and do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing all of that. I was like, just give me the $150. Actually used it towards getting my ESC, which is a ZTW 160 14S high voltage ESC, to power a 110 jet fan. And yeah, so I settled on the $150 and I called it a day. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, they could have gave me another fuselage. They could have told me kick rocks. They could have just, said, well, hey, we're only going to give you $50. That's it. Take it or leave it. But they worked with me. They gave me $150. I utilized that towards what I was going to get for the thing. So, hey, it worked out. Yeah, it turned out to be a good deal. Yeah, at least I did. At least they didn't ghost me. Yeah, they could have ghosted me. They could have just been like, yeah, we'll just leave them hanging on the string and never answer. So they didn't do that. So if anybody from Motion see this video or currently watching this video, hey, thanks. Thanks for doing something for me. Because at first I thought I was in a loss on that one. But I thought you guys were going to be like, yeah, the heck with you, man. We don't care. Yeah, and then because I spoke with Bobby about it from RC Plane Reviewer. I spoke with John of Two Brothers Radio Control about it, and even he was like, man, yeah, they should look out for you, and they did, so yeah, because even John was like, hey, bring it over to his house, he can fix it, he can repair it. But I went ahead and I figured it out, managed to, you can find anything on YouTube. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out of here. I got the dog in the neighbor's yard barking like crazy. So until next time, I'm gonna get this L39 up so you guys will see that. The return of the L39 after it caught on fire, which you guys will see that video when Bobby decides to drop it. And then the maiden flight of this Blackhorse. Of course, that I'm gonna have that out there, and that's gonna be a nice one. I'm gonna maiden it, and I'm gonna turn around and fly it again. So try to give you guys at least a good 10-12 minutes video of this bird. That's my goal. So yeah, I can give you about a good 10-12 minutes of it. Once I get comfortable within that 10-12 minutes, of course, I'm gonna do more than just go around in circles with it, which there's nothing wrong with that. As I hear people talk about people just flying in circles, that, hey, you fly how you want to fly. You don't want to fly in circles, then don't fly in circles. You want to fly in circles, fly in circles. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I prefer a nice scale takeoff and landing myself, But hey, everybody got their own thing. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm running out of words. It is scale. I fly scale, dude. Yeah. So I fly scale, man. Like, I could probably do some of the other stuff. The most I do is like with this MiG. I pull off a Cobra maneuver to the F-22. I do some inverted alpha stuff, but I'm not trying to make it do like some kind of crazy corkscrew thing that I know the real model probably can't pull off. The full scale model can't pull off. What's up, Mountain? Hey, man. Yeah, man. They got me straight on it. They finally got me straight on it. They cut me $150 store credit on it, and on the fuselage for being damaged. And so yeah, so I utilized that to get what I need, whatever else I needed for it. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I done said that I've been on here 30 minutes now, and this wasn't planned. I just kind of walked in. I want to go inside in the AC. I want to take me a shower because I just got off from work, and I'm gonna. Actually, I need to unpack my truck because I still got my F-22 out in the back of my SUV. So I'm gonna unpack that, put my F-22 back up in there, and my F-18, and I'm going in the house. All right, guys. See y'all later. RC Pilot Will out.